Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. We got an exciting week ahead this week with the brand new faction dropping on November 14th, as well as the new guild boss content. A lot of rewards will be made available to all the players, including the free-to-plays. So that is exciting news for everyone. First of all, the Sanctuary will definitely be expanded, so we'll expect to see the brand new faction at the bottom here with another row added, so hopefully getting a little bit more stats for everyone. When we go look at the dev feedback notes, I know there's a lot of things about there's too much content in the game and things need to be slowed down a little bit. And normally this week is when we have the fair arena. I'm glad to see the fair arena is no longer on like an alternating week. It was getting a little bit tiring, so it's good to see that being less frequent. Hopefully that comes down into a cycle just like Brave Trials. Honestly, those two content is probably worth maybe coming back a little bit less frequently. Another great thing we see was that finally we got Ultimate Trial here, now finally with the skip button. I love the skip button so much. This used to be something that would have taken me probably at least 6 to 9 minutes maybe to just leave there on my phone running and just watching the same battle, but now just clicking skip. I know it still takes a little bit of time to compute and it's freezing up a little bit, but and we got our almost 10 bill damage, so glad to be able to pick up the rewards instantly, although could have run a little bit faster, but a skip is a skip right there. I'm sure more other parts of the game optimization will come into play very shortly, because if you read the dev note feedback, which we'll do together right now, there are promises of lowering the burden on the players. So let's go into the dev feedback. Let's just start with just general thoughts, right? First of all, Wukong is coming back. A lot of people I know have been waiting for Wukong. All right, Wukong is a very key hero to many of our lineups, and if you're free to play and if you haven't gotten it yet, November 29th will be I guess 3 weeks or so from now, and it will be on that particular banner. We can use our regular summon with Guarantee Pity on 10th summon to be able to get Wukong. So that is really nice to help all of the free to players make their teams just a bit more tanky with Wukong. Thanksgiving, we're probably going to have Black Friday sale, but we're also getting free legendary heroes for everyone. This is the first time now. So they're giving away a lot more free legendary heroes. This year we saw, just a few months ago with the anniversary, we got Xiaoring. Xiaoring was really good. And with this new faction, Bobo Ann, I hope, we get a pretty decent hero for the new faction as well. So that's really nice. I'm expecting some decent sales for Black Friday. So for the spenders, this is probably, the biggest bang for the buck is coming around the corner. There's another growth fund. So we actually look in the game, right? Our growth fund for many players, the value that we get out of our growth fund is limited, but now there's going to be, I guess, another growth fund for people who are hitting level 50 plus. So yeah, I think the rewards definitely could do a little bit more and reward players for retention, essentially, right? It takes about maybe 70 to 90 days range, somewhere around there when you hit level 50. So it'd be nice to see what additional rewards we get out of that. The battle order rewards. Yes, some of the items definitely need to go to higher value. Given the inflation we have seen in the game, seeing the battle order, right, we should probably adjust some of the rewards to higher levels, just to make it a little bit more relevant. Like for the low spender, battle order and the weekly card is pretty much what they can only afford to get, and they really need to be top value in there. Especially for a lot of the season players, it's really just all energy at this point, and we have farmed way too much, and the battle order almost become not so valuable anymore. I'm glad to see that change coming as well. And finally, more assistant heroes in Brave Trials. This will be nice because Brave Trials, we have definitely run into a lot of challenges now with some of the stronger heroes. Actually, it's not even just assistant heroes, it's the stats, right? So the assistant hero stats are really low, so it takes a lot of assistant heroes as well as a lot of buffs to be able to beat them. But the goal is, if you're just playing, you should be able to clear floor 10 to get all of the basic rewards. So at least that's a nice thing to come. Now, finally, more hero shards. So there will be introduction of hero shards now into the game, which means you get like fractions of a hero, and then you gradually, I think, whether it be 60 shards, 100 shards, we don't know yet, but that will allow us to guarantee ourselves a hero. So this is really nice. So let's take a closer look at the Demon Conquest screenshot in terms of the rewards here. So what I'm talking about here is as we defeat some of these bosses, I think the final boss for the Blizzard domain here will be the evolved version of Marius, and you can already see here, even though it's really small, pretty much a few of the common heroes we see for each of the sections. I see, I think the last one's a Sutter, based on where it's cut off at, but I hope if this aligns correctly, you get the best burn hero in the game, right? Chelsea. Then you have Atkins, Jenny, Imercando, and the last one looks like a Salter, even though the image is cut off. We seem to be able to get, I think, 15 shards, it looks like. So depending on whether it be 60 or 100, being able to claim this reward, that means as you rotate through these demon conquests, it'll be really nice. On first kill for these bosses, you're able to get these rewards. And hopefully this, I've been saying this in several recent videos, right? Is, being a top guild or just joining stronger guilds and having guilds consolidate is, some say it's not a good thing, but I feel like if you're an engaged player, you do want to be part of a bigger community. And I kept on saying that, what ends up making people stick around in these games is the community they're part of, less so about the actual game content. Because there will be highs and lows of the game content, but usually it's, the people you play with and having a good time with a community keeps people around. So hopefully, people will be engaged enough and, be encouraged to, move into larger guilds, especially if they want to get some of these better rewards. So yeah, this will be nice. I think I hope these are repeatable rewards, because here, there's a nice set of gear. I hope it's not a one-time thing. Though I have a bad feeling it may look like a one-time thing for some of the reward details. So as you beat these bosses, you are getting these rewards. So this new hero, you get, I think, 10, then 15 shards. So that up to 50, which makes me think maybe it's actually 100 shards to get a hero. So we'll see how that looks out. The brand new set of gear, you get a full set here, which is really nice. You get some gear selection chest for racing reward. So I guess you're getting faction tickets. That is really nice to be able to use faction tickets and get more faction tokens. That would be nice. This looks like a reoccurring reward here. It will be rewarded to guilds that first clear the boss. So we'll probably be seeing some of the biggest guild racing it down in this PvE competition to see which guild can coordinate themselves best to defeat the boss the fastest. It seems like each of the boss will have unique skill set, which makes it challenging. For example, based on the mark of surviving enemy. So I know people are like, oh, can we have better, more mark focus, like Tower of Mark? Well, I think this kind of is like that. It's almost like, you need to start building your team. For example, for your first one is perhaps build it all around just one mark, and that will be good, right? Because if you have used multiple marks, you will end up summoning like 4 different sculptures. Here, 4 clones. Synchronization cannot grant them own synchronization, reduce the damage taken. They will, when the 4 clones are inflicted with, then it will be removed. Wow, it's like you have to then hit it with HP, burn, bleed, poison, and internal injury. Wow. Yeah, so it's like you have to hit a little bit of every team. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we make teams to beat these bosses. Definitely will take a little bit of thinking, and probably if they throw in like limitations like, oh, you can only use one of your set of hero once per day, so on and so forth, that will really throw a wrench into things and encourage us to really take advantage of the full hero pool that we have. What else? Let's see if there's anything else in the dev notes worth mentioning here. Overall, I mean, I think here there are 7 bosses. Wow. So the first hunting area, we only saw 3 of them plus Marius. So there's actually 7. So that's really important to know. And alternating on the days. It might be different bosses every day, maybe. So yeah, once the bosses are first time knocked out, they will be in the prison, so everyone can start challenging them. But yeah, this is everyone will receive a conquest reward when they kill the first boss. Makes sense. And then based on the ranking of the clear time, the greater the reward. So that is very, very exciting. And of course, with multiple hunting areas, distinctive bosses, there will be considerable rewards across the board. Very, very exciting. I'm not sure who are the ones that maybe people don't read the dev feedback enough, but this is exciting news. I hope other people are covering this as well, so it can reach a broader audience. But the rewards look okay. Getting guaranteed heroes is always nice. And of course, I think the last sign of hope for all of us is the fact that if we look at the announcements, right? When it first came out, we had 3 other random heroes that are thrown into this new release. And knowing the fact that they don't actually have 5 heroes to release, the community as a whole within the really spoke up and they listened. This is a good sign, right? They reduced the number of heroes for raid up only down to the heroes of the new faction, which means every 3rd hero will be on banner, which means we'll be either guaranteeing a hat or penny. You aren't guaranteed to get both, but you can be sure that you're only getting hat or penny on every 3rd summon. And many of us, especially some of the older players, have been stockpiling runes a lot. So you can look forward to a massive summon from me this coming Thursday or Friday, wherever you're at, and we'll check out the new faction together. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Gandalf out.